Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to the first ever ELC Overwatch Legend series. And I have to already admit, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I love Overwatch, I'm so glad to be here, and alongside with me is Sylvanas. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, it's going to be great. Looking forward to it. There will be
Yeah,
great matches.
to kick it off, we have ENCE with tier 3, excuse me, as the first match. Wizards Club and Mix or M1X is coming up next. And these are the four teams that we've got right here. And this time around, if you're familiar with the setup of the Legend series, it's going to be a little bit different. First of all, we're going to have 2 days of the group stages, then a little bit of a break and another 2 days, so it's kind of set apart. But 3,000 euros in the prize pot, and once again the LAN finals to set apart the first place from the second place out there. And yeah, after all, it's Overwatch. Once again, some new content on the stream. Hopefully you're gonna like it. I can already see one of the teams flowing into the lobby, so we're getting ready to get it started. And yeah, right off the bat, we've got ENCE, quite a powerful name overall in the esports. Quite a strong lineup overall in the groups because they're the highest ranked team here in the group, and they'll be facing off against tier 3, a team that qualified through the qualifiers, but they're the second highest ranked right here. And that's the thing that I wanted to point out right off the bat. Through the open qualifiers, we might find some jewels that will be better than the invited teams, or somebody that is completely unknown, but it'll surprise us beating the other ones. And in Group B, if I'm not mistaken, we also have Vivi's Adventure. They're a very strong team in Europe nowadays, so there's definitely going to be a lot of good action.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. So you think it's going to be an even match between ENCE and Tier 3? Or is ENCE a team that will win overall?
It's definitely not, or at least I think it's not going to be a one-sided stomp, because you never know how it's going to go. But these two teams faced off against each other already 1 month ago, and Tier 3 lost 1-2 in a best-of-3 setup, so definitely was close.
Okay.
Definitely there was a chance to win, and I'm hoping that it's going to be similar today. And yeah, in the world ranking, they're pretty close. Overall, some of the teams going through recent changes and stuff like that. Like 2 months ago, ENCE replaced 2 of their players. And I'm pretty familiar with another Finnish team that's called Skitlight. And ENCE played against Skitlight like a couple of months ago too. They won 3-0, but then they kicked some of their players and they picked up one guy from Skitlight. So yeah, the Finnish teams are kind of meshing together out there, and they might prove even stronger now.
So I'm going through the players of ENCE. Okay. They're, holy moly, 4,600 SR. That's a lot. Oh yeah, they're quite good.
Yeah, some of these players shine like diamonds, but from my experience of casting some Overwatch tournaments, there are people with like 3,000 SR, and they were really good in the game. It definitely is
Yeah.
a lot different to just play in competitive and just show off your Genji skills when you're wrecking some noobs, but it's different when you have to support your team very well. And some of these, like back in the days, the Nyata players were doing really well at just carrying the entire team. So yeah, we'll be going over the map bans in just a moment. It is best of 3, by the way. We didn't mention it. It's GSL format, so 6 matches overall today, and all of them are best of 3s. The winners will play against the winners later on. The losers against losers. We'll have to unfortunately say goodbye to one of the teams. Then there will be an elimination match and the grand finals of the group. But it all is a best of 3 setup, basically.
Oh, let's see.
Okay.
4 maps are left. And the
Yeah,
countdown
so
is going down.
we'll actually have all of our maps real shortly, and it seems like it's going to be King's Row, Numbani, and Route 66. I can't say I'm unhappy about it. Overall in the tournaments, I didn't really get to see so much of that Route 66. Numbani also once upon a time was pretty unpopular. It was all about that King's Row, Ilias sometimes, and let me see, Hollywood. Definitely Hollywood, King's Row, and Dorado. These were the 3 go-to maps.
So King's Row will be the first map to start. Pretty standard map.
Definitely, but then we still can see some of the surprises. Like, you have the players that do pick the Hanzo on attack. Some of them just throw out the scouting arrows. Some of them just stick to it, and yeah, we'll get to know the teams really. We'll see if they like to experiment. We'll find out which players really like to do what kind of stuff. If they're going to be trying to flank or just break through the front. Really looking forward to see these two especially face off against each other. As I said, they're the 2 highest ranked teams, and this can already tell us what the entire group is going to look like. And I must say, since, as I said, Skitlight was one of the teams that I already saw in the past, and I liked them pretty much, and ENCE now have 1 man from that team in their lineup, I would love to see them perform, but well, tier 3, definitely not the ones that will go down easily. And as I mentioned, ENCE is a fully finished team, while tier 3 is a pre-international mix right there. They've got 2 Danes, a Norwegian, a British man, a French man, and a Latvian player. So yeah, that's a big mix of nationalities, and that might be like the fact that they just met each other on some competitive games, and they got a team together, and we'll see how it goes for them. So right away, getting into the map, not much of a delay, and that's something I'm happy about, because sometimes in like League of Legends or Counter-Strike, the teams like to delay it so long, but here in Overwatch, everybody's just motivated to play right away.
Because it's so much fun. Yeah, it's nice. There could always be problems, but not this time.
Yeah.
So we have tier 3 in attack, and really curious if they will stick to Junkrat, because it's actually okay. You could play him to break shield, but he switched back actually. Let's see.
Yeah.
Would be interesting.
Junkrat not a go-to pick for sure, but there are some situations in which you would like to pick him. I've seen him a lot of times on the Rado, though I've seen him most of the times very unsuccessful actually, but sometimes there was this one guy that just charged up his ultimate real quickly, and with his fire he demolished the entirety of the enemy team, so that could be an option, but well, we're not seeing the Rado in this best of 3 for sure.
Would be awesome. I actually saw a team winning with Junkrat in attack in scrims, but yeah, that's a different thing. And we actually see a Reinhardt in defense, so not diving and dive.
Winston, of course, on the attack. It's not going to surprise me too much with how Winston is nowadays.
Surely. Also pushing in. Also no Widow in attack for first pick. Just playing safe with the soldier.
Reinhardt free defensively, back away towards the point. Now finally pushes out and tries to scatter the enemies away, but the Winston on the back is definitely going to be a little bit of a problem. Some nice accuracy right there from the Genji player on defense. Almost getting 1 player down, but fortunately enough for tier 3, everybody's still good, and they'll get healed up pretty quickly by that Zenyatta, but Zenyatta is in danger himself, actually. Yeah. Trying to do as much as possible, but he's quite isolated from the team, and that's quite curious moment for me, because he's getting banged up by the enemy team by 4 players at the same time. And then he's already losing people all over the place, and he's pretty much done for, so they will just want to reset, even surrenders in that situation. And they'll attack again, but yeah, the Reinhardt's not really pushed up so far as I'd expect him to. And yeah, sometimes back in the days you would even pick a May to support him right there, to cut off that entrance. That's not the case at all.
Yeah, because they could just jump over the wall. May. Now with the dive meta, it's changed. So second attack, initiating. Waiting, shooting them. Okay, we also have some ultis coming up.
Yeah, that will definitely be pretty important. Ori's Zenyatta is going in. Very ham right there, and the entirety of the team. But from the back, it's going to be a Genji. He's going to be quite a big danger. No, he's still boosted up by the sound boost. And that's going to push the defending team back, but, well, our Shatter completely turns it around. But there's not much DPS coming through. Then the D.Va finally supports. And from both sides, actually, D.Va's also coming out. Kali, though, doing a little bit better in my eyes, but the points still being captured. Not much people right there to contest it. And the Winston just throws them away real efficiently. And yeah, the Reinhardt alone is not going to do so much. Lucio has to be careful to not die. He's such an important player on the team. And Reinhardt finally has his shield back up. Will be jumping in there. Visor is there to mitigate it completely, and Sarippa also getting 2 frags out of this one with his Zenyatta. That's quite impressive too. Tricklight getting back in as that Lucio is real aggressive, but it's not enough to stop the enemy team, and that's what I wanted to see. Apparently they needed the ults to do that, but on some King's Rows, I would see even Winston's without the ultimate right off the bat, just diving in and being able to throw the enemies away.
And they're trying to stagger some of the teammates, but everybody got out. No possibilities to pick it.
Quite a nice deflect right there. A little bit too aggressive, that's Zenyatta. They're going to want to take it back. They're going to want to stop the entirety of the enemy team. Badger, slightly low on health, has to back away, but once again has his primal rage ready. And that was so crucial to taking the payload, actually. That might once again be the key to push through.
He also played in defense, but it could be just countered by the Lucio. So let's see when... Oh, he's going up there, getting on the back and pulling his blade. Oh, great Earth Shatter, nice combination. And they're just ripping the team apart.
Yeah, but the defending team right here, they had 5 out of 6 of their ults ready. Only the Visor was not there. Still a great Dragon Blade for sure. That's saved the day a little bit, and payload's being pushed back. Now that's the choke point that the defending team is going to hold them back on. And so they're doing real well right here. The Reinhardt wasn't as helpful on the first point, but now it's getting so tough for tier 3.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to get through that. Okay, they could engage with Transcendence somehow. Let's see, okay. Throwing in self-destruct. Okay, they're engaging right now.
Yeah, no kills just yet. A lot of these ults are used to just zone away. Oh, unfortunately, self-destruct goes a little bit too far. So that's not going to deal so much damage, but kills are there. Yeah, that's true. Knight still getting a triple combined and continuing in with the finisher on towards Zenyatta. The defending team completely reset. ENCE are going to give up a lot of space, but I don't think that it is going to be enough to grab the point just yet. And the timer is down to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Could get a little bit sloppy for tier 3 if it continues like that.
They have played and Wiser, and there's at least Soundbear to counter one of them. But what will they do against the other? Okay, there's the blade.
Reinhardt is not a little bit too aggressive right there. Definitely has the Harmony Orb to look at the full live log time actually. Has the Earth Shatter ready too, just in case. And the Winston tries to jump in, but the pin is going to shut him down completely, and without Badger, it's like he was the key member of tier 3 to push through. He's completely gone, and now the comes in, but it's way too late. Like without the Mega, he's not going to be able to do anything. 30 seconds down, and before they make it towards the payload, it's already going to be running on overtime, I think.
Yeah, nice stagger on that D.Va there. They have Wiser, maybe a great pulse bomb to do something, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah, definitely hard to imagine that.
Those also flanking. See, pulling his Wiser off, but there's the perfect reaction of Zenyatta with her Transcendence.
Yeah, the Transcendence was ready all the time. There was way too much shot down, but still, there are some chances. Badger, like I said, he's the very important right here. And he does get the first kill, but no, he shuts down RCK, usually. He's doing a great job with the flag, with the track blade. He also shut down the entire team fight earlier on. Drake finally taking down the Mecha. There are not any kills. Not in takedown coming through from ENCE, but the point's still not yet taken. Oh, the overtime ticking, they do find it, but with just a minute 30, it's gonna be enough to take the last point. It's just such a total for ENCE. It should be fine, especially if they can just pick up the more defensive heroes later on, even if the payload approaches.
Trying in the top distract, let's see. No kills.
Yeah, no kills, and a great shot down with the Reinhardt shield. The pulse bomb though reaches him, and now the kills are finally gonna go down in favor of tier 3. Surprisingly enough, RCK though from behind with the Dragon Blade, he's just striking to deliver the damage as quickly as possible, and gets shot down after 1 kill. Halo pushing through. There's not much to really do about it. Lighto though, and the Earth Shadow wasn't used the entire time. Reinhardt was just trying to survive, but well, he just catches Badger, a great shield from Winston to protect the entirety of the team. Once again, without him, they're a little bit helpless and they have to fall back.
What time with the Earth Shadow? And they still have Transcendence in defense, and RAZER Blade. So actually, should be fine, so let's see if they're able to do a miracle over here.
Primal Rage
Pull the
coming.
Spicer off.
Both Transcendences going off, all the ultimates being thrown down right here, but to no avail. That was selfish try to find the other side, but once again,
Need to touch the payload.
Only did.
Only D.Va left.
Yeah,
That's it.
Not it's Winston's vicinity, but he's trying to chase down the Genji, trying to jump, but gets blocked and killed midair. That's gonna be round 1 without the 3rd point, captured by tier 3. But still, there was a big chance that they would get shot down before even finding the 2nd point, so it's better than it could have been. But is it going to be enough to actually shut down ENCE? And as we mentioned before the match started, these two teams are quite close in rankings. This match should be intense, and this far it definitely is.
Let's see. They're also diving for sure. Or do they? Oh, I see a Reinhardt over there.
Yeah, that's the question.
So
is it going to be different? Like you mentioned the Widowmaker, you mentioned the defense being a little bit different, from ENCE.
Yeah, ENCE signing for the dive defense. Also pretty solid. Well, the soldier for the high ground. Which is also pretty nice. On King's Row.
They're running in and seems like they won't really be changing anything, yeah.
And
The heroes have pledged it enough.
do it, please. ENCE is so strong on a map.
Yeah, especially he's the Genji player. Usually when you would see Hanzo on attack right on King's Row, it would be the Genji player that decides to pick it. There is a chance, but then a Symmetra also coming from Cali might be they're just messing around though.
Yeah, sure. Please give me that double sniper.
Oh,
It's
I
so
don't
great.
think so. I don't think so. So let's see.
Okay, they're holding at the high ground.
Yeah, RCK, the question is, does he just go for the Sonic Arrow or with his Hanzo? No, he just goes back in. Just a hero, that's it. Not much in that aspect.
Going straight on the left side. On the spot.
Oh, RCK! He raises
Got
Nami!
his skin.
Talking about that soldier for high ground, but he's just non-existent. And the
Also
Reinhardt
get the Zen. It's
doing
quite low. For the Lucio. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the engagement. Holy, that was so great. Fighting NG.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, when we saw that dive comp from tier 3, that's the attack I expected. But somehow, it's ENCE who pulled that off from Reinhardt. in the lead out there. He was just sitting on the point. Nobody could go up against him.
Yeah, it was just poking. That's not how you play dive. Well, dive is not easy to play. You can't just run the heroes and expect them to work.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, you can't do that for any kind of game.
SDK also got his Dragon Blade up in a few seconds.
Okay.
There's no ult to counter it, so he could just go for it.
RZK still going to be dishing out the damage, and he's got the Dragon Blade ready. Flex comes on for Ascendance, and the team finds down once again in a matter of milliseconds right there.
Oh my god. That Earth Shatter was just perfect. Everyone was laying in there. With one ult. They just wiped the team.
With ENCE, the defenses looked quite even, but right now, the guys just lay down the law. There's nothing anybody can do about them, and RCK didn't even use his but the Bison wasn't from behind. There's a Dragon Blade right at the launch, but then he's shot down by the sound barrier, luckily enough.
Are they able to contest it one more time? It seems so. So this would be the first engagement they actually win in this round.
The Reinhardt this time is left completely alone, and when he got shot down, there's nothing they could have done. But still, that's only 2 takedowns, even when it is kind of a reset situation. Kind of fight, and they still try to stay alive. Still have most of them right there. The Earth Shatter is going to go, and you saw what the previous Earth Shatter done.
Yeah, and he's building it up. Okay, we're having this elf. Okay, a lot of ultis are being pulled. Also the RAZER. Because of that option again. Just dealing with them easily.
And they're zoned out a little bit by the self-destruct, and somehow Ripper just goes down. Goes right around the corner. He thought he was safe, but dies. A little bit unlucky, a little bit mistimed maybe, but well, the pulse bomb so much, and that's going to be the second point. So much more easily captured by ENCE right here. They have 4.4 minutes right there.
And they also played up. Self-destruct. There's no ult in the defense right now. So I think they would just win the next engagement.
And the Dragon Blade comes out from RCK, and he's just trying to slash down the Zenyatta. Will be able to get it, but has wasted a little bit too much time, I think, on this! With a melee strike, it's rid of Kevstar. That's just showing who's the better Genji right here, apparently. They don't need much anymore, and I wouldn't be surprised if, like, complete depth defense heroes come out right now. The Tracer, Mei, and Diva just try to keep it there for as long as possible, but it's not really possible to do that.
And they also have Earth Shatter, so watch out.
I thought they would.
There it is.
Oh, he caught it once again. No, he gets killed off though. A great pulse bomb, that helps. And then there's a self-destruct completely zoning everybody away. And they jumped in the last second to stop it previously. Now once again, when finally the ultis come down from ENCE, they didn't have too much space. I think they hesitated a little bit too much when it mattered. And that's going to be the first map going over to ENCE. And man, they had an impressive attack.
It was extremely good. The first pick from RAC. And you also have to play of the game. Oh, yeah. No, play of the game. He's bad on stream. Those are the most important ones.
I can watch it right now, and it's just a Dragon Blade on that one first team fight on the attack when the perfect Shatter's gone down, the Transcendence, and then it was all about the Dragon Blade to just rack up the kills. Very quick and intensive team fights, that I can definitely say from ENCE. I mean, those all lasted like 2-3 seconds. When it was tier 3 trying to push it down on the attack, it would take them a lot of time, like chipping away 3 approaches to actually get one down. But ENCE, they just never stopped.
It's just about target prioritizing and attacking the same targets. And ENCE did that extremely well. Tier 3 maybe struggled a bit with that, but if you get compared to the best team of the whole roster, it's not that easy. So next map will be Numbani.
So that's got to be scary also to the other teams that are watching probably the match in the group right there. Wizards and Mix, wondering how they will do.
Game is starting. They might pick the same compositions again. And let's see if they also have a similar match.
Yeah, like overall in the shape that Winston is right now in the meta, I would favor him on King's Row so much more when I saw the tier 3 lineup with the Winston. Right here on Numbani, Winston was a very strong asset even before. So just once again, these are the things that technically should work in the favor of tier 3, but the performance on Reinhardt from Cloudy is just so huge.
They changed colors, right? And say it's now blue.
The other way around. Tier 3 is now blue. And
okay, yeah. Never mind. I'm stupid. Okay, so ENCE will attack first. Also working on their composition. And some nice emotes from Trace and Genji. Having a good time.
And not much, if not nothing, really changes on the lineup of tier 3 right here. Knight is not playing the Diva. Going to Tracer in here. He's been swapping around anyway.
Going for the triple DPS. And Far Mercy. Oh yeah, that's also a nice thing. You have so much space with Far Mercy. And let's see if Numi is able to take that far down.
Yeah, that's very important right here. Numi's gonna do well. Otherwise, they're gonna have to swap around a little bit to be able to shut down that Far Mercy. Callie instantly putting up a lot of pressure, but then RCK is the first one to go down. Kevster, Badger, they're all going down with a lot of damage in here. Knight also trying to chase them down with that Tracer. Cloudy's not really got much space right there. Fire falls down. And this is going to be so important. Ripper right now on 23% of his ultimate charged up. It's going to be very important to shut her down as quickly as possible. That Mercy can never get her res up.
Okay, she actually switched to Zen. And they're going for Soldier instead. Just wanted to surprise the team, I think. Catching them off guard with Far Mercy. And we also have an attack, the self-destructive Diva. Oh no, never mind, I'm stupid. That was just getting back in the map.
So,
Genji quite low.
You're trying to get an RCK. Previously, he was the first victim. Once again, very low right there. Cloudy's gonna fall down. Good damage delivered by Numi. And we're talking about that Soldier. He's gonna do fine. He's doing fine. Everybody's got the distance. All of them. Just instantly prioritize them, take them down. Oh, and low health enemies are all stacked up in one place. Way too easy. Good defense this far coming in tier 3. That's what I like to see because they seem a little bit overwhelmed on King's Row. It's good that they get broken.
Seems like the triple DPS composition is working for them. They also have lots of ults in the defense, maybe all. Close to all. So next push should just be easy for them. You have to play it. You free? Have no kill.
Yeah, that's no kill, and I'm just trying to take a look, trying to see him jump, but I know it's really. Kevster now finally slashes down by 2. But Numi's just doing the greatest job again. Soldiers valuable right now. It was all about Badger on King's Row on attack, but here the defense belongs.
Yeah, it's a great map for Soldier. There's so much space, able to see everything and shoot everything. And he is doing his job right.
I'm feeling angry.
So it's going to be difficult. 1 minute left. They only have RAZER for attack since then it's pulled off. RAZER is coming up. Let's see. It's not better to counter it. And also the Winston jumping in the face of the soldier, not able to get any kills.
Yeah.
So
Good setup. Oh, now both of them are gonna get taken down. There's the Dragon Blade a little bit late from Kevster, but that's because he wasted it completely on Priest but without doing anything, without racking up any more percent. Nido doing a good job with the Tracer. Takes down the Winston too. And wow, it looked like this was the play. It all started pretty well. They had a good setup. They didn't get shut down at the choke point. The Winston jumped in, so it didn't out very well. But they still got wiped out somehow. Maybe a little bit too much focus on that soldier who was very far back.
Tracer in the back line. But she's really low. Oh, okay. Overtime coming in and no Tracer. She could have used the pulse bomb somehow. Now died with it. That is such a stop on the high ground. And they're getting the kills.
And now Mike only trying to get something done right there with Callie doing quite fine overall on that D.Va. Very, very well. Gathering up the first point for the team with this D.Va point overtime. However, combined kills this kind of happen. It's so tough to get the first point. If you grab it with like first or second try, it's just gonna be so hard to figure out why. It's just failing. And now taking it to the third point, I think it is a little bit of a far cry right now. So ENCE are facing some trouble. If tier 3 get a good attack, they might feel that it's in their hands. And remember, this is the second map. They still have it's in the pool, so it might all go down to her. Still, they're cleaning up the defense completely, and I'm wondering what the hell
Yeah,
is here.
Okay. Did a lot of work there. Just sticky on the Lucio and afterwards killed the Zen. Then everything was done. And that was really, really needed for ENCE. Are they even able to contest it one more time? Tier 3?
Sure.
They've tried.
Oh,
Yeah, so to send it.
They got it. They will be fighting for it. It's their badger though. I think impressive. Yeah, nice instantly. And it's actually a tactical visor. Why did he stay the percentage? They had a lot of points right there. Just abandons his life. A good self-destruct right on top of the payload. Hard to hide from it. And Clown was hiding behind the payload actually, but he just got wrecked. And now the point is, taking the time back is actually not so workable, but not good either for ENCE, but they're trying.
My tactical visor is charging.
Sadly, Badger got killed before he was able to pull up his ultimate. He would have been able to stall a bit longer with that.
My ultimate is charging.
So let's see if RCK is able to get a sticky once again. Oh, he missed it. And also there was sound barrier.
Final rage from Cloudy, but definitely not as effective as it was from Badger on the previous map. Actually, he's sitting on Badger, but Badger has his own final rage, fully heals up, gets up towards the backline, swipes away all the enemies, exhausting so much of that sniper bank that I was thinking about for ENCE. That's a very effective play from Badger, and Cloud is not able to take control of the enemy Winston. And as we were talking about the classes between Genjis and the previous map, right now Badger just seriously shows he's the better one.
So in attack we have so many ults. Tracer again and the Visor. So pulse bomb coming out. Oh no.
But suicide it's actually stopped towards the Winston shield, and somehow you can kill by it. It's just easy enough. The attacking team's pushing through. Doesn't matter that they're missing God right there. It's going to be a great sweep from Baito. Now the other soldier is going ham, and no one to defend it. But 50 seconds left. I think that once again, Tier 2 will come through right here, and it's all about keeping the payload away from that third. Although it's not going to be such
Well, they have Descendants, they also have Soundbearer in the defense. So let's see if they're able to hold it. Wiser coming up. Not getting the kill yet, getting beaten up by the monkey. Soundbearer also used.
They start doing so much better with his primal rage, but it's actually going to be enough. Now Magic jumps in, but he's out on the teammate. Kevsa knocked away with the Discord Orb. Before that Genji's going to get knocked down. Magic shot the primal rage is held. He's going to be out of options in the village. And still trying to. He's also going to try to jump in, but with the Zenyatta, it is round 1 complete. It is going to be 3-0 in favor of ENCE. That way, there's no possibility to close it out
That
without
was so interesting.
another round.
In overtime, they took the first point and then they just pushed it through. I love Overwatch, how it's just, you wouldn't expect it that this is happening.
Yeah, I already said that the chances are pretty low, but I didn't expect Tier 3 to throw their lives away so easily right after that payload got taken. That was a big mistake in my eyes. And yeah, also like with that last straw of defense that Tux was trying to jump in with his Zenyatta, like I didn't see it on the first map. I don't see it right here. Why don't they just try to switch to a Mei or something, just survive as long as possible to let the other teammates come back?
Would be a possibility.
I mean, after all, that's something that I saw in most of the matches, always. When the defense was so dire, when the timer was running low, you would just pick a diva, just as long as possible, or a Mei. Do it that way.
Maybe they didn't think of it. You could suggest it to them. Yo, procaster, calling you. So, they have farmers in attack, like ENCE did. You also see an Anna.
That's the thing, as I mentioned, when the Mercy got shot down real quickly, there was no point in really holding on to her. But if it is even just a tiny bit more successful this time, if you just get the Rocket Barrage, demolish the enemy team completely. But the thing is, you have to hit impact as quickly as possible.
Yeah, or getting a pick on Anna or something like that. They're flying in, already exposed themselves. Anna playing with Soldier as always. Well, let's see if Farah is able to do something over here.
Yeah,
getting shot.
We're talking about Soldier a little bit earlier. Actually getting a kill right here. Nobody really being able to take care of that. They're pushing the enemies back. And there we are. Kali, well, he's all that's left right there at the moment. And a Winston from behind. The Barra's doing us some good damage. Well, 40% ultimate charged up. It's not where I would love it to be, but it definitely isn't looking bad. And now more eliminations are coming through. Well, finally there's a sleep dart, but not for too long, actually. It's woken up real quickly. And Reebok should have been dead right there. Unfortunately, one rocket missing, but still, it's taken down somehow right at the end. And now it's 70% ult. The res is pretty much there. Just a couple more hits from that from the Pharaoh, excuse me. Point is taken, and that's so efficient. But yeah, I wanted to go back and pitch in on Numi. He was playing that perfect Soldier earlier. Now he decides to go for a diva. Maybe a little bit questionable, but you can see how perfect he is.
Yeah, maybe because they wanted to run a solid composition, not that squishy, because they're far messy. But Farah is doing so much work. Also, she has her Rocket Barrage up, the rest on a Winston, and Kali contesting the payloads. Rocket Barrage coming out.
Quite risky, actually, to throw a Rocket Barrage right into the face of a diva and diva alone, but it worked out well. There was no quick reaction from Kali, and that is still alive. I mean, the res on just the Winston, the Rocket Barrage on just the diva. Some questionable situations, but they work out so well for them, and I really have to applaud that.
Self-destruct coming in, getting nobody, and there's the blade and the Wiser. but Blade killing the soldier. And they push it through.
Tracer a little bit of a problem tonight. He's just wasting so much time on her, and will finally get her down, but a little bit late then. Anyway, it's like the second time I'm watching Farah, and all she's doing is just chasing down people, finding them behind some obstacles, just trying to hide, survive as long as possible when the teammates come back. But Nike is just relentless.
It's just the other way around. Like on King's Row. So interesting. 2 or 3 stomping him now. Getting the revenge then. Oh, Winston quite low. Okay, getting 2 kills. Kevster. And also the rest, disengagement. Actually decided to put out the Transcendence in order to not lose the engagement.
Still being pushed by one and once again comes up, and now they're being gripped at one place might be a bad idea, but not even losing. I think it's safe to do the pain that feels close. That's gonna be a good something. Triple hit read off the Pharaoh with the mobilized Safe game. I don't think so. There's 4 minutes left to field. Then they did.
Not much to do here. Let's see how many people are on the payload. Are they able to push it through? Also the Wiser in defense, but Diva is standing in front of the soldiers, so he is not able to do anything.
They're just jumping all over the playground, and none of them are dying. Finally, it's gonna be going down RCK slashing the enemies up, but for most time he was playing a Tracer into it, but he really shined on Genji on King's Row, and it proved that it was just a better idea to go for it.
They actually hold it, but there are 3 minutes left on the clock. So, and they just need to win 1 engagement and it's done. And Blade is close to be ready. Here we go. He also sees the soldier, slices him, but Blade on both sides is able to get more kills.
Oh, Kevster is pushing through, and that could hit, so that will hit. So 3-3 we've got with the tie tank. It's 3 minutes 45 seconds, just massive on the side of 3.
3-3. Switching sides.
But then on the other hand, ENCE have shown that they're quite able to do a lot with very little time left. But I don't really see it working out for them with this 1 minute. The first point to be taken. They struggled so much with that first point.
You never know. They're quite surprising. Maybe they will switch up stuff, but for now it seems that they're just going for Fire Mercy again. Trying to make that work. Also in defense, triple DPS, as it worked so well for them. It would be fun if it turns out to be a draw. But I don't expect it.
My ultimate is charging.
Oh, actually I'm not too sure what the rules for a draw are. Would we play King of the Hill?
Maybe King of the Hill.
Yeah, that's a thing that usually is chosen.
Yeah.
Let's get patched up.
Alright, and the first attack comes through. Diva in the lead, Winston right behind her. And Cloudy, will he finally prove to be the better Winston this time? That would be so important to taking the right now. Badger, come on, breaks the mecha quickly. But Kevster is already down, and yeah, on that Kevster is going a little bit like that's a combined with compared to the RCK. But then he's done a good job on taking the last 1 second. So, behind the enemy team.
It's the first kill.
Yep, that's very important because only Thatcher and and you can hear the Pharah and Mercy can feel touch. I can sit with the Tracer. That will be so important. Like, so, going up Kempster again, Kempster. Oh my. Good point on that team. Getting destroyed. Like, also down. Take it. Well, yes.
They actually did it. Yeah, this time they made Pharah Mercy work. And Pharah also has a rocket barrage up. So they're able to. Oh, Transcend is also there, so there's a need to just kill that Zen before he's able to put up his Transcendence. And then there would be two. So exactly that's what they're looking for. As they're sending him. Okay, Transcendence pulled up. So they just need to hold. Not losing the fight. There's a oh, okay. Rush, not getting close.
Down two though, and there's a raise that self-destruct, a little bit late in the team fight with people already scattered around the buildings, but it still reaches them towards Cloud and it's going to grant them sweep.
But they're able to contest it one more time. They have to.
And as I said, NC are just so good at expunging every last bit of that little time bank that they have on the overtime, pushing over to the 5th point of this game already in their favor, and nobody up against them in here. But now comes the real challenge.
Let's see if they're able to push it through. Actually, Theo wasn't able to contest it in time.
RCK demolished.
Made 2 kills.
No ultimates anywhere. The nearest one is a knife with a self-destruct. Is he going to be throwing it out? No, there's no need to. Only Callie alive and he'll be dead. No time. And there it goes.
Complete.
5-3, but definitely a job well done. However, right now, they're facing off against a 3:45 time bank. And that's a good amount of time in order to be able to get exactly where NC are right now.
Actually, you're quite silent for me, so I'm sorry. Trying to not interrupt you while talking. But I think it will be fixed in some time. So, I mean, they have more time, way more time than their enemies, but it's still going to be quite difficult. As I went so far with the pilot. And say it's also prepared for the pharmacy. Maybe focusing pharmacy more to get them down. Because that's how they went through so fast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack.
Hey, RCK already on 10% of his ultimate. Kevstar got killed instantly as the attacking NC have shown up just a while ago. RCK though, right at the bat, just chipping in a little bit of ultimate, getting away, holding alive. That's definitely how you play good Genji this far.
They're on spots. Kills on both sides, 5v5. But Anna is quite low. And she goes down, which is a big.
Pharah just flying around very high. That's going to be actually Numi without his Mecha. Not much to be done right there, and the point is still being defended. They have the time. You can take it easy.
Yeah, still, they went to win the engagements. Don't chill. But also, Fire building up her ult. Much left until Rocket Barrage is able to get ult. And they also take the spot. Oh! Yeah, got 2 kills.
And self-destruct.
Not getting anything. But as it's 4v6, this is definitely winnable. And they still have 2 minutes. So it could be winnable. For tier 3. Also a late pick on the Winston for trying to stagger the rest of the team somehow. That's just a mobile.
Yeah, this Winston kill is very important too. The self-destruct looked really interesting. It could have done a lot, but somehow it didn't kill anybody. I think was a crucial thing in his fight. Could have turned it all around, but just shut it down to the definitive.
Okay, they're up late from RCK. Isn't able to do anything, or Barrage also used. And Fire gets rest from her Bay. Mercy. RAZER in defense. Are they able to win the engagement with that? It's not getting kills.
Dragon Blade going down right there, but for Kevstar, and pretty much as usual. Real quickly, unfortunately, and Cloudy single-handedly zoning out the entire team. 30 seconds remaining. Well, it's going to be on the nice stage, I think. It's going to go down to just one single push.
And rest is ready to use. So, is there a mercy play of the game? Let's see. Also, Rocket Barrage. Self-destruct coming in. Ooh, oh my god, and that was such a crucial hit. Mercy's down, no possibility to rest anybody. Rocket Barrage coming out, but D.Va is just in front of her face, and I think Pilot isn't able to get anywhere because there's only Kevster left against 5 people. Oh my god! But still.
He's going down towards the painful. Really comes to the last moment. Now move. Okay, now it's gonna cheat. It's working so much better. It's a double. He's laying down the damage. Have so to get all of them to get the last put down. But yeah, the has extended the fight. The outcome was still the same. The gold race killed as anyway. Sensei home 2-0. So unexpected after that huge defense from tier 3 initially. Bonnie. Kevster are actually getting a play in the game. So sure, but if that probably
yeah, a little lot of work there. And they still was able to win.
Wow. So interesting. So interesting to see the end to them. You know it's not at all friends, and they got that 50 points and a bit. And with 4 minutes, over 4 minutes, over 4.5 even, was not possible right now, or 3.5, excuse me. It was not possible for 3-3 to turn it back around. But they had a good shot. However, they were not able to take the first point with the first push. That is so crucial in Numbani if you want to achieve anything, really. And that's what ENCE had done on the second round. Amazing.
Yeah, nice comeback there. Wasn't expecting that. But
Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye.